You see, a lot of people believe they are valued in a relationship when they are actually just needed. And those two things are totally different. They're not the same. You see, being needed feels important, it feels validating, it feels like you really matter to that person. But sometimes what people value is not really who you are, it is what you actually do for them. And when that happens, your identity slowly gets replaced by your usefulness. So today, I want to talk about the difference between being chosen and being needed because a lot of people are confusing the two. So let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about is why being needed feels like love. You see, some people feel their greatest sense of importance when someone needs them. They're helping, they're supporting, they're solving problems. They are the dependable one in that relationship, the strong one, the one that people call on when things are falling apart. And because of that, they begin to associate being needed with being valued. But what is really happening in that relationship is being built around their roles as being a helper, a fixer, or even a supporter. And when a role becomes the foundation of a relationship, something important begins to happen. And that's your identity because your identity slowly moves into the background. And then people don't begin to associate you with who you are, but actually what you provide. The second thing I want to talk about is when your role starts leading the relationship. Now, I was explaining this to a client recently that some people lead relationships with their helping spirit. They immediately begin showing what they can do. Let me do this for you. Let me help you with this problem. Let me take you here. Let me go there. And they offer supports with their knowledge, their information. They provide solutions. And over time, that helping spirit begins leading the relationship. Now, people are responding to the service, not the person. And this is where people began feeling confused in the relationship because they believed they were chosen. But in reality, what was chosen was their usefulness, their advice, their loyalty, their ability to hold things together when everything is falling apart. But when someone truly chooses you, the things you do are simply an added bonus. That's right. The next thing I want to talk about is why people feel pressure to keep proving their worth. You see, when a relationship is built around what you provide, you start feeling pressure to keep helping, pressure to keep showing up, pressure to keep proving your value. Because now the relationship depends on your performance. And when performance becomes the foundation, the connection between the two of you can become unstable. So the moment you stop doing everything that you've been doing, the relationship begins to feel real different. And this is why so many people begin to feel exhausted in the relationships because they are not just loving someone. They are maintaining a role that they should not have ever created in the first place. And the last thing that I want to talk about is let people choose you first. And this is one of the most important things that you can do. Stop leading with everything that you do. A lot of people showcase their skills, knowledge, and ability immediately. They show how supportive they are, how reliable they are, how helpful they are. But when you lead with performance, you're only training people to value the things that you do. So instead, allow people to choose you. Let them experience your presence. Allow them to experience your personality. Let them experience your character for who you are. Because when someone truly values you, your gifts become an addition to the relationship. So, your value does not begin with what you do. Your value exists because your usefulness is a bonus. And once you stop feeling the pressure to prove your worth through constant efforts, you then will begin to allow other people to choose you. And the things that you do simply became a bonus.